Hi, it's Shelly again, your astrologer, and I'm here with the news for October 18th through the 24th, 2021. Well, this week gets started with Mercury Direct. On the 18th, Mercury will be stationing direct. It's still in a very slow-moving part of its phase until Thursday, so be a little bit cautious and don't go all out, and be forgiving of people, because we've also got a lot of Libra energy in that Mars in Libra, which is going to be a little bit indecisive. So move forward, but proceed with caution. Mercury will be sextile one of its rulers. In astrology, we say when a planet is aspected or seen by one of its rulers, it is stronger. And in this case, Mercury in Libra is ruled by Venus in Sagittarius. So on top of it being aspected by one of its rulers, it is Venus that it's aspected by, which is a benefic. So this energy will help us to express ourselves, to use that Mercury energy in a more positive way. It's a sextile, which means it might not come without a little bit of effort on your part. So push it a little bit, communicate, and communicate for the sake of relationships, because we are still in Libra land. Try to imbibe those Sagittarian ideals in your speech and writing. So you might try debating some philosophy, or just exploring some kind of higher meaning, something. It can be reading, speaking, just giving yourself information about something higher than yourself. That quest for knowledge, that thirst. And look to see what's happening around you. On the morning of October 20th, 7:06 a.m. Pacific time, the moon will be full and bright in the sign of Aries. So this, coupled with our Venus in Sagittarius, is giving us some strong fire energy. So fire is idealistic. Fire is pursuant. Fire is fire. It creates and it destroys. And Aries, the warrior moon, likes to go after something. In fact, it needs to. And one of the best manifestations of this is to support something you believe in. Something you can give yourself to, a cause, something that gets you away a little bit from your own ego needs and funnels that energy into something creative, rather than coming back on yourself and feeling anger. And especially with Mars in Libra ruling the Aries moon, it can be easy to come back on this sort of frustration, because the moon is emotional, from indecisiveness, from feeling pulled away from the self into relationship in a way that isn't healthy or that you don't jive with. So use that Mercury energy. Information, somebody might tell you something that you didn't know, that you didn't want to hear. That is a likely manifestation of this kind of energy, where we have Mercury in Libra supporting relationship, but that Aries moon saying, I've got to get myself out there. There also might be some emotions running high around something to do with freedom, personal freedom, and we all have different ideas about what that is. And just be aware that you might be feeling these things, and if you are, figure out a way to funnel them in a healthy way without giving up your personal freedoms when you need to have them, but also being cognizant of your relationships, and of course our whole society collective relationship to one another. So use that Libra energy to pull yourself in to understanding that other people exist and that you're part of relationship and that relationships are co-creations. Aries' power, its volatility, its fire, and that fire is one of the most vibrant and brilliant things that we as human beings can express. That pure courage and energy. So don't deny yourself that courage. Just give it a starting point and a focus. A really fun thing to do on an Aries full moon is a couple days before that full moon, make some full moon water. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some distilled water if you have it. If not, tap water is fine. Put that water into a clear glass container. Put the lid on, and then either take that water outside or set it in a windowsill where the light of the moon is going to be shining in. Before the sun rises, and set your alarm if you need to, take that water back inside. If you're doing this for 2 days, you can then put it out again the next evening, or you can just keep it in. Now, take that water and cover it with a scarf or a towel or something. You can put it in the refrigerator or set it in a dark closet. This is just water, so it's not going to keep for a super long time, but you can pull it out when you need, and you can have a bath with it, put it in your bath water or drink it, and you'll have your full moon water. This water will help you to imbibe courage and just give you a little extra oomph for what you need to do. So celebrate that Libra energy, dance, sing, beautify yourself, give to relationships, and continue doing that all year round. But we are moving on to Scorpio. The sun on the 22nd or 23rd, depending on your time zone, will shift its way into a very different kind of sign, a water sign, the sign of the scorpion and the eagle. Scorpio is a beautiful, emotional sign. It's time for us to go a little more inward and tend to our personal needs. Scorpio needs alone time. It needs that processing. Scorpio is fixed water. Think of water that doesn't move. It's emotional and has those qualities of water, that connection to things, to everyone, but it's very secretive. It's like a well beneath the earth. It's that contained water that is very pure and very, very deep, but is not always forthcoming. Libra and Scorpio share the fact that they are very, very focused on relationships. They both need relationships, and they need them in different ways. We're going into the sun in Scorpio, which is more about those deep, intimate kinds of interactions. And Scorpio sun will be pulling you into asking the difficult questions of yourself and sorting through them. We just came from a time where there was a lot of pausing and gathering of information, and things are amping up now. So that means action might be on the horizon, but don't neglect that intimacy that you can derive from the relationship with yourself. This is what Scorpio will thrive on. And use it in whatever you do. Use that relationship with yourself to fuel your relationship with society, with your friends and loved ones. And to ask yourself the difficult questions to get to know yourself better. Dive in because you're the only home you got. And you're reaching for the stars, whether they're above your head or they're deep within your soul.